Hello, everybody. Welcome to Figurative Reviews, where I take your recommendations and review the songs of how they use figurative language and the deep meaning behind the songs. In this video, we are analyzing Count Me Out, one of the most emotionally revealing tracks from Kendrick Lamar's 2022 album, The Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. This song is a powerful reflection on insecurity, self-worth, healing, and personal growth. Rather than presenting himself as confident or untouchable, Kendrick exposes doubt, guilt, and a long journey towards self-acceptance. At the song's core, Count Me Out is about learning to choose yourself even when others don't. Count Me Out appears on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, an album deeply centered about therapy, generational trauma, accountability, and emotional maturity. Throughout the project, Kendrick steps away from the role of cultural spokesperson and instead focuses inward. The production of Count Me Out mirrors that emotional journey. The song shifts between quiet reflection and intense bursts of energy. These changes in sound reflects Kendrick's internal struggle. Moments of calm, self-awareness mixed with frustration and pain. By the time the song plays on the album, Kendrick is already confronting his flaws. But here, the focus shifts from guilt to growth. Count Me Out is about breaking free from external expectations and internal doubt. Kendrick reflects on how he has been judged by others, by fans, by family, by society, and how those judgments shaped his sense of self. The phrase, Count Me Out, carries dual meaning. On one level, it refers to people who doubted him or excluded him. On another level, it represents Kendrick removing himself from the toxic cycles and unhealthy expectations. This song also explores the tension between ego and insecurity. Kendrick admits to pride and mistakes, but he also acknowledges growth. It's not about pretending to be perfect. It's about choosing healing. The title itself, Count Me Out, functions as wordplay and layered meaning. Traditionally, being counted out means being dismissed or underestimated. Kendrick uses that meaning, but he also flips it around. By saying Count Me Out, Kendrick reclaims control. Instead of waiting for others to exclude him, he chooses to step away from negativity. This shift turns rejection into empowerment. This layered phrasing reflects the broader theme of the song, transforming pain into strength. In the song, Kendrick has repetition, which also plays a major role in the song. Certain phrases are repeated almost like affirmations. The repetition mimics therapy or self-talk. It feels like Kendrick is convincing himself of growth in real time. The repeated lines reinforce the struggle to believe in change, showing that healing isn't instant but gradual. The repetition also creates intensity, building emotional monument as the song progresses. One of the most powerful techniques in Count Me Out is contrast. The song shifts between calm introspection and louder, more forceful sections. This structural contrast mirrors Kendrick's mental state. Some moments feel reflective and controlled, others feel overwhelmed and chaotic. The contrast symbolizes the push and pull of growth. Progress is not linear. The production builds and drops in waves, reinforcing the emotional turbulence described in the lyrics. Kendrick uses symbolism. The song symbolizes personal rebirth. Each shift in energy feels like shedding an old layer of identity. There's a sense of stepping into maturity, accepting flaws without being defined by them. This symbolizes a break from the past, expectations, and a move toward self-definition. Ultimately, Count Me Out is about reclaiming self-worth. It suggests that growth requires facing insecurity head-on rather than hiding it. The song encourages listeners to stop defining themselves by others' people's standards and instead focus on eternal healing. In conclusion, Count Me Out uses wordplay, repetition, contrast, confession, and symbolism to explore insecurity and self-acceptance. Kendrick Lamar turns doubt into empowerment, showing that being underestimated can become a source of strength. Rather than asking for validation, he chooses growth, and in doing so, he redefines what it means to be strong. Thank you, and leave a like and subscribe to my video. And if you want, leave some recommendations in the comments. See you in the next one.